Hi, I'm starting to do a few introduction videos to yoga in maybe in a little bit different approach of what I'm calling top-down yoga, which is I'm starting with the head and in introducing things and working down from the head. But when after you learn the things, then you start with the newest thing, go back to the oldest thing. So you would be going up, and I'm going down. You're going up. Okay, so that's what I'm calling it top-down yoga. And okay, so today I want to introduce some the eye and head rolls and some breathing techniques that are called pranayama and a little bit of things that I imported from Japan of Shiatsu. And okay, so the first thing is the head roll. Head roll is just start by just hanging your head over to the side, hanging head to the other side, to the front and to the back, and then roll it. Okay, and you can, most of these things you can repeat 3 times if you feel comfortable with it. If you don't feel comfortable with it first, just try it once and then maybe twice after that and build it up. Okay, the eye rolls are sort of like that. It's up, looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down, looking to the side and the other side, one side and the other side, one side and the other side. Then looking straight up and looking down and around, and then back the other direction, and down and around and up, and then back down and around again. So you're not going all the way around, you're just going from the top around in one direction and back in the other direction. And one idea that they usually say here is to imagine a bug on the wall, just crawling up and down the wall, and you're sort of tracking that way. So your eyes are sort of tracking on the wall and sort of pacing. Not you shouldn't be jerky. Like you should try to be nice and smooth, and you should try to be sort of focused on the wall or not in the middle of the air. Okay, so for the breathing is very important, and so the first breathing exercise is just put your knuckle against one side of your nose and breathe in the other side of your nose. Then switch sides. Okay, then switch hands. Switch sides again. Now, usually, I've done this already today, but if usually you want to stay with one for maybe 3 or 4 counts of breathing in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and before you switch. And there's also a principle here of symmetry. So you notice like you're going both sides of the nose, and you're also going both hands. So you're trying to make everything sort of like as both sides as much as you can, and so okay. So another breathing that's really important is like one of the fundamental ones for me is with your stomach. It's like sucking in with mostly with the upper part of your stomach, like not necessarily like when they say diaphragmatic. It's sort of like that, but a lot of people don't know what that means. So just right under your ribs in the middle and try to suck that in and try to push the air out. You really like sucking it in and pushing the air out quick at the same time. So it's sort of like Okay, and I do that 20 times. And that's the recommended amount, is to do it 20 times. And actually, 2 times 20 is better. If you can do 20 and then rest and then do another 20, or you can do like 1 and 2 and. At the beginning, it's pretty strenuous, so you have to build it up. And when you're done with those, you've got all the carbon dioxide, all the waste products out of your lungs completely, and you've got a lot of it out of your blood. So you're almost like sort of hyperventilated, almost too much oxygen. So at the end, and to rest, you just take 1 or 2 deep breaths, and then rest with your breathing in from your lower chest, and resting, because it's effort. There's a lot of effort there, so you just let yourself rest, and you notice that actually you never really rest from your breathing. But now that you've like gotten all this junk out, you can stop breathing without really having to hold your breath for a while. So really relax. Your entire passageway here, as well as the muscles you were just using, because everything is getting a little break there. Okay, so so another thing is, if you're spending a lot of time sitting, for me, I work at the computer a lot. There's a lot of hand and eye strain, especially with laptops, because they're not very ergonomic. It either gets you one place or another. So there's a couple of things that came from Shiatsu that I include, and one is just you press with your thumbs, and there's a little notch right underneath your eyebrow. You're not pressing on your eye or even around, around. It's not really your eye. It's right underneath your eyebrow. There's a little ridge, and you can just press up on that for like 5 or 10 seconds. And there's also a pressure point on your nose, which is sort of like, again, not really pressing on your eye, but right above where you can feel the corners of your eye. And just rubbing a little bit around just the bony part, really outside, right where the joint is there. It's not really on the eye, but you can feel it, sort of like the circulation there. It's helping like get the circulation from your face into your eye and back and forth. And you can blink a little, after that. It's maybe like sort of woke your eye up. If you just woke up, if your eyes are gritty, it helped to like wash your face, or at least rinse with some hot water, with a rag in your eyes, and get them sort of like, if it's gritty, then you're gonna have to blink more, because you're gonna sort of feel your eyes. So, but blinking is fine. Blinking is good, actually. Okay, so then for your hands, and your fingers and your wrists and everything, this is more Shiatsu, is just bouncing the ends of your fingers like this, and maybe like 20 times, like the number of times that you did the breathing. And I just had them raised up, but you do it in your lap usually. Okay, so and I also do some squeezing. I have a ball, which I don't have here, but I also do some squeezing, which is sort of relaxing. It seems to help with the muscles in the forearms quite a bit. And there's there's muscles there that hold things together and keep things lined up. It's not supposed to be just nerves and cartilage. But if you don't do heavy work, if you do light work, then you need some like something supporting there. Okay, so then the last thing is a little bit of meditative technique, and this is actually, again, it's like the breathing stuff is really is really a big part of yoga. Everything has breathing, and breathing by itself is part of yoga, and then breathing combined with other things. So it's like sort of like a little breathing meditation. Is what the Dalai Lama said, or I heard he said once from his voice, that you don't have to count your breathing. You can just breathe out through your mouth and feel the breath going out. You can feel it on your lips, and as you sort of get a little bit more experience with it, feeling with it, you can feel it in your mouth, sort of the air all flowing out. You know, you can sort of feel it deeper and deeper as you get more experience. Then you can feel this, really feel it. You know, just imagine it. And you breathe in through your nose. It's okay to have your mouth pretty closed. So you can do that for a few minutes, and then congratulate yourself. And next time we'll do some relaxing on the floor if I can figure out the camera, and stretching.